Been working this area right underneath here. Check out all this gold. On this episode, I'm on a beautiful stretch of river here in the California Mother Lode region, searching for gold in the bedrock crevices at the bottom of the river. I've done quite well here recently, and with the discovery of a few relics the old-timers left behind, I may have found my next big strike. So join me on another epic golden adventure in the California Mother Lode region. Think we're going to find some gold today? I think so. Well, hello and welcome, folks. I'm Prospector Jerry. We're on another adventure today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jerry. I'm a gold prospector here in the hills of California. Got a little property up here. This is the gold shack. This is where I camp at. It's my off-grid little mining shack. Welcome to the channel, and if you're new, I thank you for the view. Please hit that subscribe button. Even maybe that little bell notification if you want to be updated on future videos. And if you like this video, please drop a like and a comment below. That really helps the channel grow. I appreciate hearing from you. Another thing too, if you've been watching this channel for a while now, drop a comment on what you'd like to see more of. You've seen kind of what I've been doing here and what interests you, if it's the whole off-grid thing, if it's the mining thing more, if it's certain things that you want to see with the mining or the off-grid living. Drop a comment and let me know. Today is a special day for me because it's the first day that I'm going down into the canyon by myself. It's kind of sketchy, but I've been down there enough to where I'm comfortable going down this time by myself. We're going to be doing some sniping today. So very minimal stuff. I'm actually taking Inga, my girlfriend's backpack, super small and lightweight. And I just went through all my stuff and figured out what I basically use the most and got rid of everything else. So I do have a spare mask and a spare snorkel, spare snuffer bottle, because those things are pretty critical when you're sniping. If something goes wrong, you're basically done. So I have a few of those things. But yeah, very lightweight. Just a few tools, cameras, protection from mountain lions and crazies, some water, a couple small pans, and that's all I'm bringing. So it's just me. Solo trip. This will be cool because I feel like I'll get a little bit more one-on-one with you. Just me and you, the viewer. We're gonna go do this today. We're gonna go find some gold. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing this, I think. We gotta get our daily quote from Gus the prospector. This is Gus Chiggins. He's a...
Oh, cinnamon and gravy.
I don't think he's happy right now. I think he wants to go prospecting with us, so he's a little bit irritated. So let's wrap up everything, head down to the river. Let's hit to the water. We're going down there. About another, I don't know, 300-400 feet. Oh boy, made it down to the water. Granite bedrock is kind of a bummer for gold prospecting, I feel like, when it comes to bedrock, because there's not a lot of spots for it to catch up, the gold that is. Maybe in one of these gravel bars, a really distinct pay streak somewhere. I bet the gravel is concentrated in an area because of that, because the gold hasn't really had very many places to fall out, so probably falls out with the gravel or gets caught up in a very unique catch. And that's basically what we got going on here at this spot. This catch is very ideal. It's basically like a big riffle in a sluice box in the right spot in the river. Here's an example of some of these berries. They are perfect. Last time me and my dad were down here, We ate so many berries, we didn't even need to stop for lunch, really. They give you energy, they're full of sugar. Definitely keep you going. Oh. This is where I'm gonna take my boots off. I'll be working right up in here today. Pretty sure I can get across without getting too wet. Ugh. All right. All up in here, you can see maybe through the water there's some fractured bedrock. It's another spot I want to look at. All up in here. Lots of options. Just don't want to slip. I think this is what I'll call base camp right here. Nice shady spot for my gear. That's everything I need right there. Well, you can see that crack right there, that shadow. There's where we're gonna work first.
This crack is quite the gold catch and very difficult to work due to the river flow. Yet, I still find myself coming back to it. Every now and then, I'd come back to it with different lighting and at a different angle and still find a little gold here and there.
I can't see anything. I think I sucked up a couple little pieces. Let's go look at it. No, I didn't get anything. I see some mica in here. That must have been what I saw. Well, I think that crack's done clean. Now you can see walking up, right there is where that crack starts up. So we did really good. And almost an ounce has come out of that in a couple days. So on this side of the flow, right here, there's this crack. Right up underneath there.
I had a good feeling about this crack right off the bat. The tightly packed gravel and the location just below the falls gave me high hopes, and with little effort, gold started to appear. I also noticed the orange iron staining on the bedrock and gravel, another good sign that there could be a decent deposit here. I was so focused on the gold I was seeing, I didn't even notice the large black chunk of iron wedged just a few inches away. As I started working to the left of the crack, my focus was on the large, long yellow cobble. I had a feeling it could be the cap rock locking up the deepest part of the crack, where it had the best chance of gold being collected. It's at about this time where I started to really get excited, as I started to see all of the iron bits collected around this rock. Iron is usually a good sign, as it's heavy and deposits in the same places gold likes. I took my time and made sure to suck up everything I could see before moving on to the bottom. There was still plenty of gold showing up with little effort, and I enjoyed watching every piece appear. Finally, a nice chunk showed itself, and I'm now starting to get really excited of what might be underneath that yellow cobble. Not much left now but some square nails and iron bits. It's almost time to see what's under that rock. I make sure to collect every little speck before I move on. Okay, the moment I was waiting for. But first, I gotta get rid of this large chunk of iron for a better look. Just as I suspected, a rich deposit of heavies. Lots of iron, lead, and gold. Would you look at that? An ore cart rail tie. There must be a hard rock mine not far upriver. I kept scratching and fanning back gravel in all directions to be sure I got every last speck of gold. Any little crack or loose chunk of bedrock was worked.
That was pretty cool. I hit a nice pocket. That was a nice spot where tons of heavies were depositing. So much lead and iron and nails and gold and every little thing. Look at this. This, I'm pretty sure, is the tip of a pick hammer. Broke off. That's a cool find. This is a spike for a ore cart rail, I'm thinking. Some square nails, some iron little round stuff. Let's look at this gold. I haven't even looked at it yet. I know there's one nice little nug in there. Go down. I don't even know how much gold's in here, but there's got to be a good amount. There was so much gold that I had to go over where I was brushing back overburden because I was seeing little spots of gold on the bedrock from that. Look at this. Oh, a lot of lead in there, but a lot of gold. Nice nug. Little nuggy, maybe a half grammer. Wow. The cool part is I found another crack to work. I don't know if it's going to be as good. It's kind of in a weird spot, but we're going to check that out next. And I need to get my little tweezers because there's a good sized flake embedded in a hairline crack, you know, when they're just a tiny bit sticking out. I'm going to try to grab that corner and yank on it. I'm going to get them out of there, but decent sized little flake in there. Heck yeah. I think that's as much as I got yesterday right there, and I've only been here about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. It's pretty darn good for about 1.5 hours worth of being on something workable. Total of 3 hours in the water so far, maybe. So I'm about to start working this other crack. I'll show that to you in a minute. But we're going to try to get this one piece out. Might not even be able to see it on this camera, but I got to have a pair of these. I think I might be able to grab it and pull it out. Hopefully.
I followed that same crack along the face of the falls, but unfortunately I wasn't able to see much due to the white water.
Nothing in it. It wasn't very tightly packed either. I don't think it was a good one. Whew. Too much flow. So I came back to the same crack. Kind of goes all the way. There's a crack that goes all the way around here. That's the deepest spot right there. I came back here. Just a couple inches that I didn't work. Popped it out and some more gold. I'll show you.
Okay, well, that other crack didn't pan out after I got that flake out. So I came back to the crack I originally worked every little bit. Even some deeper stuff that I noticed was fractured, broke that up, found a little bit more gold. So I don't think I have a lot more, but I'm gonna dump this in the pan. We're gonna see what the last hour did. I know there's gold in here. I don't think there's a whole lot, but let's see. Quite a bit. More than I thought I got. Yeah, good bit more to add to the pot. I'm working something now that I have high hopes on. We'll see. I keep saying that about spots, but this one, it's kind of similar to the last little spot. This bedrock is like one giant sluice riffle, right? And a sluice. And so I got all this gold pretty much from right there in the center where those plants are coming out, right below that. So over here, right where I'm pointing at, where you might be able to see my mask and snorkel and stuff up there on the rock, right below that is where I'm working now, and it's very similar. It kind of comes and wraps around. There's like a ledge underwater that kind of comes and wraps around, and there's a bunch of debris in it, and it looks almost identical in some ways to this one. I'm hoping that it pays off the same because it's so similar. Yeah. Pieces in there. Yeah, that one. Add it to the pot. Take a look at how he did today. I'll tell you what, if I get more days like today down here, I might have to stop making videos. I think in all, including what Cody found in the last 3 days, we've pulled over an ounce in this little small section of river. Here's today's take. Now, there's some gold, there's some lead, there's some mercury covered gold, and hopefully there's more gold than everything else. And I think there is. I mean, there's some pieces in here, like look at this thing, right? This thing, pretty sure it's gold, but it's got some rust on it. This was all with a bunch of iron and mercury, so it kind of did some weird stuff to some of the gold here. I know there's a lot of lead in there, but I don't want to go through it now and throw away what I think is lead because I really don't know on some of the stuff. So I think we'll treat it with some nitric acid, get rid of the mercury before we get rid of everything else here. Make sure that we're not throwing away gold. This little nug. See how dirty it is. I had to pick it up and double take it underwater because I wasn't sure, but that's a piece of gold. And there's definitely some chunky bits in here. Thank you, gold gods. Much appreciated. All right, that was an awesome day. Found a good amount of gold. I'd say maybe somewhere in the realm of 8 grams, maybe more. Awesome day. Between 3 days, 2 times me, and then one Cody, 1 day with Cody, and 2 days of sniping, I'd say we pulled almost an ounce, if not more, out of this one little spot, 10-foot section of river. Pretty much everything's hit. I wasn't able to find anything more that I could eyeball to work. There might be some stuff. There's a lot of overburden in some spots where it looks like there could be cracks,
But I'm just pooped today. I'm gonna have to come back with a fresh body, move some stuff around. I'm sure we'll find another pocket like that. What's awesome is we know that they're there. So now we kind of know what to look for. Pretty cool. I found some stuff, some relics of the old timer miners. Even just the mercury on the gold is a fingerprint basically of the old timers. So that's always cool to find. I mean, I'd rather that not have mercury, but once in a while it's kind of neat when you do find that stuff, because more than likely that stuff's over 100, 150 years old, maybe even older. It's always good to get it out of the river too, along with all the lead and the pieces of metal, things like that. This section of river, the gold's definitely here, but it's gonna make you work for it, not only physically, but mentally. You really gotta read the river and really look in the right spot here. Got my bag packed, boots on, ready to get out of here. Not looking forward to hiking through this thick mess. I'm gonna hit the trail, head up to the side-by-side. From there, back to the gold shack. I'll check in with you once we're back at the shack. What a day. Made it back to the shack. Home sweet home. I've been saving a nice ribeye steak for the last night I'm here. And I feel like this steak is well deserved, so I'm looking forward to that. These are my 2 days sniping that I just did really well. It's always good when you can hear it scraping in the snow. Well, I think I'm gonna tidy up a little bit, change, make some tea, start dinner, and relax. If you like this video and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. Also, mash that like button as well. Maybe drop a comment. Let me know what you liked about the video, what you might want to see more of, something that you noticed and maybe I didn't. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'm wishing you all heavy pans.
Here's a photo of the gold from this video and the previous video combined. This was from 2 days sniping. And this photo is from after that same gold was treated with acid and weighed. Over 2/3 of an ounce in 2 days. If you're interested in purchasing gold and minerals included in these episodes, please check out my Etsy store with the link listed below. I'd like to say thank you to all my Patreon members. It's because of you that these adventures are possible, and I can't thank you enough for all of the support. If you're considering becoming a Patreon member, check out the link in the description below. Patreon members have many benefits, including group dig events, access to my private gold claim, free Paydirt, and locations to some of my favorite spots included in these episodes, so you can experience your own golden adventure. There's also a link in the top right corner of the next screen. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button and drop a comment below. Thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you heavy pans.